At one time, this landscape, where some of my ancestors lived, was the center of German peasant colonization in southern Brazil. It was intensively farmed for more than 150 years, and it could even be made more productive today. Isn't it absurd to turn this fertile land into commercial forestry for industry when the areas now being deforested in Rondonia cannot be sustainably farmed, and this land can be farmed indefinitely? The settlers in Rondonia will soon have to give up their land and move into new jungle, destroy still more forest, or else end in utter misery.
Tomorrow's programme on Channel 4 looks at what happens to wildlife and the climate when you cut the jungle.
Next on Thames, the National Association of Boys Clubs Boxing Championships in Thames Sports Special.
Just 2.5 hours servicing on a Citroen BX is enough to last a full 12,000 miles. The Citroen BX. Loves driving, hates garages.
The new Orient Express and a new murder. The murderer covered her tracks with dazzling thoroughness on every surface. Wood, glass, metal. Would there be any clues left for our detective?
An extremely polished job, a brilliant shine. It has to be sparkle. But haven't they overlooked a clue?
Sparkle. Simply brilliant.
Real pubs and popular pubs too. But then they're all Charrington houses. Real pubs serving real ale, like Charrington IPA. A popular beer helps make a popular pub. And Charrington IPA is not just real ale, it's the best-selling real ale around London.
Did you know Persil are giving away millions of free train tickets? Buy an away day, weekend, even an ordinary return, and take an adult or child with you free to anywhere in Britain. And with a 5-day excursion fare, even Paris or Amsterdam. You'll find tokens on Persil, Persil Automatic, Comfort, Domestos, and other famous brands. Just send any 3 tokens for each free train ticket voucher. See the special pack for details and visit someone you miss.
This is Cadbury's Dairy Milk Chocolate, made with 1.5 glasses of full cream dairy milk in every ½ pound. Only the 1.5 glasses gives you the taste and a half that makes any pleasure a pleasure and a half. That's why Cadbury's is chocolate and a half.
People are weighing up the costs of home heating, and in more homes every year, the choice is electric storage heating, because the balance is changing. There's warmth, comfort and convenience with the latest slimline storage heaters. They run on less than half-price electricity, Economy 7 overnight electricity that gives you a tank of cheap hot water too. The balance is changing, so if you're putting in heating, weigh up the costs.
That one.
And heat electric with Economy 7 Slimline Storage Heating.
Well, there's plenty for boxing fans to look forward to. Tomorrow night at 10:30, Tony Simpson's latest comeback fight in America is featured in our midweek sports special. Speaking of boxing, we're off to the Grosvenor House.
Under glittering chandeliers, an audience which includes showbiz personalities and sporting stars are settling down for a night's boxing which every year seems to lift the spirits of all those involved in the sport. Good evening. Tonight we're set for the senior boxing finals of the National Association of Boys Clubs. And the association over the years has helped form the character and the sporting ambitions of many young men. And just taking a look around the great room of the Grosvenor House Hotel, well, there's Henry Cooper, who first swung that mighty left hook in boys club boxing, and John Conti, who went on to become the world light heavyweight champion. But boys clubs don't only produce boxers, they produce other sportsmen as well. And on the top table, Steve Perryman of Spurs and Pat Jennings of Arsenal both have good reason to be grateful to the boys club movement. So a night of boxing sponsored by Fiat UK, in which we may well see a champion of the future. And to guide us through it, we've got a champion of the past. Jim Watt, the former world lightweight champion. And we've got a boys club member of rather older vintage. That's Reg Guthridge.
Well, hello, and we're certainly going to be in for a good night's boxing tonight. We've gone very posh and West End of London since the days when I boxed in the National Association of Boys Clubs and lost as well. But it's more than Jim Watt can say, because he didn't appear in them, but he's looking forward to them tonight, Jim.
The standard is always very high. The kids are always bursting with enthusiasm, so I'm really looking forward to tonight's boxing.
Well, we're bursting with enthusiasm as well, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy this. So this is the 45 to 48 kilos, about 7 stone 2 pound, Kevin Pearce of South Oxey, Hertfordshire, and Mark Epton of Mexborough, South Yorkshire. And it's the All Black is Mark Epton, and they don't mess about there. There's some good punches going in right at the start. They are really looking at the senior stage of the National Association of Boys Clubs. They're not kids, believe me. 18 Pearce, same age as Epton. To box quite hard, remember, to reach the finals, and trying to raise their game for the posh audience here in Park Lane. A bit of a tiger, isn't he, this boy? It's 128 of 38 bouts, but Pearce coming back. 2-minute rounds. So just to re-identify then, in the all blue is Kevin Pearce from Hertfordshire. There he is. And there it is, Mexborough Club, written on the back there of Mark Epton. Well, I can tell you, Jim Watt, this is a bit like watching dear old Charlie Magri when he was in the National Association of Boys Clubs. They've really got fast start, haven't they, going here?
Yeah, I'd forgotten boxing could be so fast, but both kids are really going at it right from the first bell here.
And they can punch a bit too, Jim, can't they? They're sticking it into 7 stone 2, boys.
Yeah, there's been some heavy punches. Epton looked to have the punch at the start of the round, and then Pearce come back again, shaping up that real good fight. Pearce there down. He had a bit of trouble keeping the gum shield in before those punches came in. He got the obligatory 8 standing count there now. Wipe the gloves, says the referee, and there you are. The bell came at an opportune time there. Well, they'll pull him together okay there, Kevin Pearce. He just caught with the last, almost the last punch of the round there.
second round then of this flyweight class, Pearce and Epton. And what a start it's been, and really they are digging hard for their weights. Certainly is a hard nut, young Mark Epton there, 28 wins in 38 bouts. Currently boxing with the Young England team, so obviously the national coach Kevin Hickey fancies him a bit. Pearce there warned not to hit with the inside of the gloves. The judges, 3 of them, should score with the punches correctly delivered with the knuckle. Well, this is a stalking show from Epton, just trying to track Pearce down. He's won 16 of 23. Golfing for a hobby and getting a standing count, and I agree with the referee there. And I must say he's been hooked, sliced and shanked a bit, this potential golfer Pearce here from South Oxy. Jimmy's a bit useful, this boy Mark Epton, isn't he? Do you think they might stop this bout?
Yeah, I don't think Pearce has the strength to keep Epton off. I think the knockdown in the first round has given him even more confidence. And as I say, I don't think Pearce is strong enough to keep him off. I don't think it's going to go much longer.
Well, he's certainly game enough, and my heart goes out to him because I really do know the feeling. In this comp, we're all nerves coming into the ring, the first bout.